it's good to see that there's lots of good people doing lots of good stuff, and it's been interesting to look holistically at kind of the whole picture.
It's so inspiring to be at a philanthropy conference where the Maori presence is so strong, with several keynote speeches by Maori women and men talking about the real issues, being the first peoples of this land, their concerns around their children, their mothers, the levels of incarceration, the need for more support for Maori development and justice and rights.
I think for me it was really important for all the organisations who came here yesterday to actually, have the opportunity to empathise and get an understanding and engage as to how we operate in actually our history.
The increase in my understanding of Maori culture and integration and the strength of the nation built both from Maori and non-Maori, I think that has been really palpable and just fabulous as a visitor to see and to see celebrated.
I really want to see the foundation I work with bring women much more to the fore.
I've always been really interested in participatory decision making and grant making, and so some of the stuff that's being talked about here has been really in line with what my thoughts and values are. So it's been great to hear those and hear from people from a global perspective, like Katie Love from Wikimedia Foundation.
I found the session on putting women at the centre really powerful. It was reflecting about, how we inside philanthropy and inside civil society need to get serious about changing our own practices, but also applying a gender-sensitive lens to all that we do, all the grants that we give, all the change that we're trying to make.
Having those brave conversations with my fellow trustees around highlighting the value of investing in initiatives that they haven't necessarily thought were of value in the past. Figuring out those conversations, appreciating the different diverse positions that we all sit around the table and why we actually sit there, and taking those opportunities, bringing them in and coming up with the best solutions that actually impact not only on the Māori community but our wider Murihiku community.
We need to constantly be mindful of who's represented in the groups that hold power.
I want to go back and do a little bit more work with people who've applied in the past to understand how the process worked for them and how we might be able to change the way we do things to make it a more equitable and easy process.
It's really hopeful to see so many heads nodding every time that's brought up, so I think people are on board.
The, do nothing about me without me, that keeps resonating in my mind in so many ways, really. The challenge for us in philanthropy to be as inclusive and participatory and democratic as we can be, because we are working with community, not on them.
Not just where does the money go, who needs it the most, how should we give it? It's where are our Indigenous peers who are also working for foundations, who are also on boards, who are pulling the same levers that we're pulling when we make decisions about money.
The theme I'm hearing is the role of philanthropy to make a real change in our communities and in society. And so, that's really stretched my thinking.
Key learnings would be the opportunities we have around collaboration between different philanthropic funders to make the biggest impact for our communities. Those opportunities, I think, are yet to be fully appreciated and worked towards, but definitely we're on the right roads to get there.